All right, hello everybody, and this is how we're going to do shading basic forms. Okay, and probably what you can tell is you're going to basically match what you see from box to box. So I'm going to start with this cube. I'm going to lightly draw it in here, and then I'm going to shade it in according to the lights and darks and all those degrees of value that I see. So first thing, when you are drawing in your forms, okay, like the cube and the cone, and by the way, this is double-sided, and we've got two cylinders on the backside, okay? When you're drawing these in, you want to draw extremely lightly, and to even force you to draw really lightly, we can use one of our pencils that has the really light colored lead. So I'd stick with the 2H or the HB. I'll go with HB because I feel like it, okay? And you don't want to start any sort of shaded drawing by drawing really hard, because then it's really hard to like shade over that. It's really hard to get rid of that dark, harsh line. Even if I like try and smudge over it, it just doesn't smudge away. So always start with a very light drawing. And you guys are good at drawing now, so I have confidence that you will draw these forms just fine on your own. Okay. And they really should take you less than a minute to do. Okay. I'm going to draw them very, very lightly in. Okay. And then as you go to shade it in, you really got to be thinking about all your degrees of value and matching the shading that you're seeing. Now, we've talked about how when we draw something that we should be staring at the object more than our actual drawing. We should be studying every little detail here so that when we come over here, we match it as best we can, okay? So same thing when it comes to the shading. This is not your opportunity to go, okay, hey, yeah, it's a shaded cube, and just, go all over it and then smudge it all with your blending stump and then walk away. There are different degrees of value here. I can definitely tell that my light is probably coming from over here somewhere, okay, because the cast shadow is pointing that way. This side's lighter, so the light must be over here, and this side's darker. I can see a highlight right here. This side, this is the really light side of the cube. This one's kind of medium. This one's dark. I could see the core of the shadow in here. I can tell that we also have light reflecting off of the table, bouncing off that table and reflecting back onto the object. I see my little bit of reflected light right there. I see my cast shadow there, okay? So what I really want to be doing is capturing all those degrees of value onto the cube that I just drew over here. Okay, make sure and put the little horizon line in the background so I can see that it's sitting on a table. And then go ahead and once it's drawn in, start thinking about which pencils you feel the most comfortable with. I like to stick in the middle. I like to probably use mostly 2Bs and 4Bs. And this is an opportunity for you to get comfortable with the pencils that you like the most. I love a good ebony pencil, but man, does this thing smudge really easily. So when I stick with my 2 and my 4B pencil, these, I can go light, I can go dark, I can go smudgy, but not too crazy smudgy too quickly. So that's where I like to stick, but you can use all or just some of these pencils. And then also remember your blending stumps, okay? Something that I like to do, I've showed you before, is I like to just use a dirty blending stump just to get myself started when I need to shade something in lightly, I can kind of test it out and go, hey, you know what? I think this would probably be good for this side of the cube. I can actually start shading it in pretty good just with the graphite and the pencil that's already on the blending stump there. Okay. So I can do that. I can choose to do that. It's totally fine. All right. So you're going to look at the object you have here. You're going to draw it very lightly. I'm recommending the HB or probably even just the 2H pencil to draw it. So it's nice and light. And you're going to study the heck out of the degrees of value we have here, all the lights, all the darks, and you're going to match those onto the object over here. And go take your time, go slow, and make sure you get the highlight. Okay, look, there's a highlight right there. The core of the shadow, that's the darkest part on the object. Look, the core is right there. The reflected light, I can see some right there and right there. Cast shadows, that's all going to help you shade things in better and make it look more real. Good luck. Have fun.